You damn player haters never wanna see me blow. Flamboyant entertainment, CEO. Yo, the spotlight is mine, it ain't his no more. When Lee come home, niggas can't.
Hey, what y'all got on today? What we got here? We got 10 of the craziest FBI Instagram busts. Yo, that don't sound like a half bad deal other than they get busted. We don't. We get to sit here and watch it. So we're going to check this video out. Yo, I'm Aquarian OG. If you didn't know me, I am also live on Twitch. Hit the sub button. If you like anything about the video, hit the like button. If you like how we do the video, you know, we're just chilling, watching some TV. You're going to be doing it anyway. So, hey, what you watching? We about to get 10 of the craziest FBI's Instagram busts. Now, I imagine there's going to be some PPP loans up in here. For the simple fact that that was the biggest scam of this year. Or, if you want to say, the biggest scam of this pandemic. The biggest pandemic hustle, other than the pandemic itself. You know how the medicine companies do us. We ain't slow. Well, everybody ain't slow. All right, I'm Aquarian OG. Let's get up in here, yo. Roughnecks, let's go. At ease.
Hey guys, it's Chris. A Nigerian billionaire, cocaine hidden in pineapples, and a body found in a suitcase. Here are 10 of the craziest FBI Instagram
That sound like
busts.
some Will Smith Bad Boys stuff. A world
Number
list.
10, the
A world
Nigerian
list.
billionaire. Wait a minute, you mean
Of
to tell
course,
me that
Nigeria
the
was gonna be
Federal
up in
Bureau
there.
of Investigation is watching my Instagram stories? I thought I
He
only had
said
to hide
his.
my weekend activities from my Snoopy parents. But yes, the FBI is in fact all up in our business. Well,
All
when we
up
give them
in
a good
it.
reason to be anyways. The Nigerian Instagram star known as Hush Puppy has been busted in a cyber...
I heard of Hush Puppy before. Last time I heard of Hush Puppy, I was thinking of Long John Silver's, and it kind of made me hungry because I remember how good back in the 80s Long John Silver's used to be. Whatever happened to Long John Silver's? Speaking of Hush Puppies, they used to have some banging Hush Puppies. I don't know nothing about no Red Lobster because I was, well, I actually kind of still don't go there, but for different circumstances. But back in the day, I was just too young and too poor to go there by myself. So when I got Hush Puppies, it was from Long John Silver's. And Hush Puppies sound good right now because I'm hungry. All right, back to the video.
scam worth over $431 million.
I'm just thinking with my stomach.
The man's real name is Raymond Abbas.
Ooh, how
and he
much?
has 2.4 million followers on his social media account. He doesn't do
I
much
wish.
except show off his lavish
One day.
lifestyle of wearing designer clothes, driving luxury cars, and flying across the world in private jets. However,
I don't know if that's any of your bag, but the whole luxury and flashy and all that stuff, that just ain't my style. I want some jeans. Give me a t-shirt that I ain't got to worry about. Maybe my own merch. I got my own merch, by the way. I carry my own t-shirts. Little plug, little plug, little plug. Little pig, let me in, let me in, let me in. All right, but yeah, I ain't really into the flashy stuff, the whole jets. Owning a jet seems like a huge, I want to say liability. That's not the word I'm looking for. A huge financial burden. Because you got to park the jet, you got to fuel the jet, somebody got to fly the jet, everybody in between want paid. I think I would just take a regular old plane. As far as boats go, I would own a decent-sized boat. Because if I could afford a boat, I would imagine I could afford somewhere to store it during the winter, because I don't think I would move too far down south because of the whole landlockness. It ain't completely because of landlocked, it's also because it's freaking down south. I'm more of a northerner. I kind of like the fact that stuff changes in the winter. I don't really like the snow, but I like the fact that stuff changes in the winter. You know, like winter actually looks like winter instead of winter looking like summer all the time. I don't know if I could get used to that. I mean, yeah, I could get used to it, but I don't know how much I would. I think I would miss winter if I didn't have winter, even though I didn't like winter when I had it. That don't even make sense. Anyway,
However, he was just busted in Dubai for a crazy scheme in which he ripped off credit card
I ain't never
information.
even seen
His
Dubai.
wild posts of him holding money and smiling with all his gold chains caught the attention of government agencies. He was targeting victims overseas by making fake websites. These websites were poor copies of already known companies and banks. So when people put in their credit card information, he was able to steal their money. Raymond passed himself off as an affluent and very wealthy real estate developer. But the truth
He was. He knew exactly where everybody's money was. He was stealing it.
is, he was just a great big scamming phony. His apartment in Dubai was raided by the FBI and Interpol while he was sound asleep, and they managed to secure $37 million in cash. Who
$37 million in cash? This is dude, Mr. White. What the hell? Why would you have that much in cash? Well, if it was illegal, you'd have to launder it some way. Filter it through the system somehow. Dude, if you know you doing dirt bad, don't be flashy with it. That's what I used to be confused with about the early 90s drug dealers. They was all flashy and flashy and flashy, and ain't none of them got no job, or one of them got like a job at like Mickey D's, which we know back then was like $5 an hour. Probably still is like $5 an hour. Man, they're 37 million in cash. I ain't never seen that money in my life on a check.
keeps that much cash in their home? The investigators also found about 2 million email addresses from victims stored on phones, computers, and even hard drives.
I'm sorry, I keep stopping, but 2 million email addresses? I have 3 email addresses, and I have problems keeping up with those.
Even though he was busted in Dubai, the Nigerian fake billionaire is still accused of fraud in Europe and the United States. He probably won't be posting to social media again for a very long time. And side note, we think Hush Puppy is kind of a ridiculous
They got cell phones in jails
9,
now.
Diamond thieves. Instagram has managed to help the FBI catch a group of diamond thieves who had committed crimes in at least 10 states across the country.
You know, diamonds aren't actually worth a dime. Diamonds became worth something because some people who found them had a surplus of them, and they knew that the stone was worthless, so they hoarded them and they distribute them in piecemeals to make them worth something, to make the demand go up. They created the demand for something that's worthless. That's why you won't catch me wearing diamonds, because they're useless. I got my amethyst over here. Nice little gorgeous piece of amethyst. It's about my favorite stone. Put that on the necklace or something. See, with me, I'm an amethyst person. Amethyst, citrine, ametrine, stuff like that. I ain't really into diamonds. All right, but it ain't about me.
These were smash and grab bandits.
That is a nice looking collection, though. Look at them rubies and them emeralds. Emeralds.
They did this
That's
by
a pretty
using
stone as an emerald.
sledgehammers to break open the display cases and then run away with the diamonds stuffed into a bag. Not the
I actually remember hearing about
but
this.
It was a lucrative scheme. The Fed seized more than $1.5 million in diamonds during their investigation. The members of the gang all came from the city of Detroit, and the only reason that the FBI finally caught up to them is because of social media. It all happened when the federal officers discovered a peculiar Instagram account called Do It for Diamond. It was apparently used by different members of the gang.
I'm going to say this. If you're doing a crime, don't dime yourself out in the title of what the hell you... I blame today's rap. Do it for the diamond. Diamond thieves do it for... And on the internet, you know they looking at every damn thing on the internet. Do it for Diamond. Diamonds is missing. Y'all from Detroit. D. Y'all dumb. Damn, another D. Come on, people.
One of them had posted a picture on the Instagram account wearing a necklace that was stolen from one of the jewelers. It was enough to connect...
Dude was wearing the necklace in an Instagram picture after a diamond. Excuse me, I gotta plug in my headphones. They're yelling at me. Please charge. Really though? Really though? I'm kind of glad they're getting busted just for being stupid. Excuse me. But seriously though, just think these are somebody's kids.
Connect the dots and lead the FBI to the Detroit gang. On June 18th, 3 of the robbers were arrested while they attempted to break into a jewelry store in Tennessee. Though apparently there were 2 groups that would drive to the robbery location from Detroit in 2 separate vehicles. One in a clean car that was either lawfully rented or properly registered, and the other in a burner or stolen vehicle that could be ditched after the robberies. Although some of the men have been caught, the FBI believes there are at least 10 gang members involved, so the case may still be ongoing. Number 8, the Capitol riot.
They're holding that money.
The FBI says that they used facial recognition software to track and arrest an individual who took part in the Capitol riots back in 2021. The affidavit was shared online detailing how federal agents...
I ain't even got to say a whole lot about this. This whole situation was wild. This dude over here is smoking a cigarette. At least it looked like he got some smoke right there or something. He probably is smoking a cigarette next to the cameraman. Over off to the corner, down, right, bang, like right around here. Dude on the window. Man.
Discovered the identity of Stephen Chase Randolph using images from the riot. The facial recognition tool identified this guy, then led the FBI to an Instagram page belonging to his girlfriend. To further confirm Randolph's participation, undercover FBI agents went to his workplace on April 13th and approached him. They struck up a casual conversation with Randolph in which he admitted being at the Capitol during the riots, saying, "I was in it, and it was effing fun." But why did the FBI want Randolph so badly?
He didn't even care.
Well, it's because
he's like, yeah, I did
videos from the riot, he could be seen assaulting several police officers at the U.S. Capitol, as well as pushing over the barricades, which resulted in an officer hitting her head against the stairs and being knocked unconscious. Federal agents used the girlfriend's Instagram account to get all the information they needed, linking it to Facebook accounts belonging to family members, finding Randolph's full name, and then tracking down where he lived and worked before they made the arrest.
Gotcha, 7, buddy.
Drug running. A lot of very stupid drug dealers have been busted selling drugs thanks to their Instagram account. This particular bust happened after the suspected dealer let an undercover agent with the DEA follow him on the social media application. This guy was literally posting pictures of drugs that he had for sale in the Bay Area. He also posted
actually seen that.
Great big towers of
pretty
cash
prevalent.
that he had made selling.
A lot of people do that. This, unfortunately, is not uncommon. Paved the way from the dark web. They started that on the dark web, at least to my knowledge. Now that they shut that part of it, what was that called? Something highway or something like that. Silkway or something like that. Silk highway or something. It was some play on history, historical events, as far as the name goes. With allowing you to be able to buy whatever the hell you want on the dark web. There was a specific site. I can't think of what the site was, but it got shut down like not too long ago. It was like the #1 site. It's actually like a lot of people, a lot of Gen Xers' introduction to the dark web was through this site by being able to buy whatever the hell you wanted to. Actually, cryptocurrency, I think, got its start from dealings with that site, you know, because of the money exchanges. All right.
Selling these very narcotics. According to the affidavit released by the DEA, they first learned of this guy, real name Marcos Hatch, from a different local man suspected of dealing drugs. In other words, the other guy snitched on Marcos. It was probably one of the easiest investigations.
It's always a snitch.
Ever. The undercover officer requested to follow the dealer on Instagram. He accepted, and the photographs were proof enough for authorities to get a warrant to search his home, where they not only found drugs, but also an AK-47. So on a scale of 1 to 10, Marcos Hatch
drugs without a gun? That would be weird.
Let us know your opinions in the comments section down below. And if you're liking this video, be sure to hit the thumbs up and subscribe buttons if you haven't already. Number 6, fake student. A woman in Florida who happened to be a former police officer was recently arrested after she snuck into a high school and posed as a student to try and collect Instagram followers. This is one of the weirdest cases of the
She went back to school to get Instagram followers?
Century. Audrey Nicole Francischini was arrested at 28 years old for sneaking onto the campus of a local high school. She tried to blend in with the students by wearing a backpack and carrying a skateboard as if it was still 1999. She then handed out paper flyers with her Instagram printed on them, asking students to follow her. But
she handed out flyers.
Got suspicious.
Yeah, I bet the security guard does get suspicious. Flyers for who hands out flyers to go follow my Instagram? Here's a flyer. This ain't Times Square. There's flyers everywhere on Times Square.
As she seemed to be harassing the students, the security guard called the police. Audrey ran away, and the police officers then used her own flyers against her, discovering her identity from her Instagram account. She was charged on 3 counts, one for burglary of an occupied dwelling, another for trespassing on an educational institution in
Burglary of an occupied dwelling. What the hell did I miss? Burglary of an occupied dwelling.
Identity from her Instagram account. She was charged on 3 counts, one for burglary of an occupied dwelling, another for trespassing on an educational institution and interference, and the third for resisting an officer without violence to his person. She racked up $16,500 in fines. And to make this story even weirder, she had actually been charged in 2017 with revenge porn because she stole and posted naked pictures of an
revenge porn. That's what they do nowadays, huh? Revenge porn.
Another officer she had worked with, resulting in her getting fired. As for why she was looking for Instagram followers at a high school, well, we don't really know. And anyway, she's obviously crazy. Number 5. Cocaine pineapples. Have you ever bought a box of pineapples only to realize it was actually...
That sounds like a hellified, dangerous, sweet treat. Cocaine pineapples. This is better than grain.
Actually a box of cocaine? I mean, I haven't, but maybe you have. Operation Trojan Shield was a huge operation conducted by the FBI.
They be coming up with some weak-ass operation names, too. Trojan Shield.
To take down criminal groups working across the globe to smuggle drugs and launder money. And it involved hardened, encrypted devices. These are devices that transfer messages secretly like an encrypted cell phone. The operation began in 2016 with the FBI investigating a company out of Canada called Phantom Secure, which as it turned out was selling hardened encrypted devices only to criminal organizations. When the police shut down the company, over 10,000 devices being used by these criminals suddenly went dead. The FBI did the same thing with more companies, shutting down all encrypted communication. Basically, the FBI doesn't like people talking if they can't listen in on it. It's because criminals using the devices were organizing crimes under the radar. Crimes like hiding cocaine inside boxes of pineapples. By 2021, Operation Trojan Shield led to the arrest of over 800 people. and the seizure of over 8 tons of cocaine and 22 tons.
That was an operation. That's how you commit a crime. 8 tons of cocaine? 8 tons of that white.
Tons of marijuana. Number 4.
800 people,
laundering.
8 tons.
The FBI has arrested a Russian rapper residing in the United States for the crime of money laundering. For evidence,
we
the
was just
FBI
talking about
used
that.
Instagram pictures in which the rapper incriminated himself by posting huge wads of cash in both dollars and Russian rubles. Maxim.
Another one. Flashing.
Boyko was laundering money in the United States using cryptocurrency as well as conspiring with organized crime syndicates in other parts of the world. He may have continued on with his scam if not for how he entered the States in the first place. He flew into Los Angeles with $20,000 in cash and claimed it was for an investment in Bitcoin. The authorities were skeptical, so they watched him, investigated him, and creeped on his Instagram. They realized he was laundering money and quickly shut Boyko down. What? A guy like this should have known better than to go to the airport with that much cash. Obviously, you'll get flagged for having anything over $10,000. It's a rookie mistake, Boyko. Number 3.
10,001 flag.
A man in California did something absolutely horrible.
Hold on. Hey, see, y'all got to stop this murdering on live. Murder, period. But on live, though, come on, y'all. What the hell is going on? I've been seeing this pop up more and more and more. Live stream murdering, blah, 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 blah. What the? Can we get together? Y'all got everybody got problems out there. Everybody got issues, but then ain't got to be no. What motivates somebody to murder somebody on live? Come on. I ain't got the words to say what I want to say without. What the hell's going on? Y'all got me. Yeah, I got to rethink my stuff I was going to say because y'all go, man, you know what I'm trying to tell you.
Not only did he murder 2 people, but then live streamed the victims' lifeless corpses. Raymond Michael Weber has since been charged with the murder of 2 women, and the police had all the evidence they needed from a 36-minute-long video that he streamed on Instagram. In the live stream, Raymond was holding a firearm, pointing at the dead bodies, and talking about how the women had tricked him and set him up. He also said he was aware that the police were coming soon, and he would never be seen again. The call came in at about 2:45 in the morning, when a woman phoned the police to report someone she thought was armed and dangerous inside an apartment building just outside of Sacramento. It was an old
crazy dude.
She said that the man was live streaming himself on social media inside his apartment. By this time, the 2 women were already dead. When officers arrived, the man had barricaded himself inside. Raymond would not come out. Cops were forced to burst their way into the apartment, taser the guy, and then arrest him. As for the identity of the 2 dead women, the police have not yet released anything. According to Fox News, Raymond was a local resident and already wanted on several felonies, including domestic battery and assault with a deadly weapon. Number 2, dead in a suitcase. A man has been arrested in connection to a dead Instagram influencer who was discovered deceased and stuffed into a suitcase. This is some seriously graphic stuff, so be prepared. Instagram influencer Ekaterina Karaglanova, only 24 years old, was stabbed multiple times and then put into a suitcase and left inside her Moscow apartment. So who found her body? Sadly, it was her parents. They let themselves into her apartment after she neglected to answer their calls for almost a week. They found her brutalized inside the suitcase, and afterward the authorities were quick to arrest a man in connection with the killing. A man who was apparently jealous of the young and attractive Instagram star's lifestyle, her travel plans, and her new boyfriend. She had about 85,000 Instagram followers, making lots of money from sharing photos.
And the boyfriend, there it is. Jealous. Wow.
Of herself in lingerie and at luxury hotels. But all that luxury ended up being her downfall, as the jealous man decided that she just didn't deserve it.
It's that money thing again.
Scam. A popular
Of
personality
course.
on Instagram known as Jay
Of
Mazami has
course.
been charged with wire fraud. His real name is Jabara Igbara, and he used his popularity on social
This
media to
kinda
trick his
sounds
followers
familiar.
into selling him Bitcoin. This guy actually had people who liked him enough to follow him on social media send him Bitcoin while saying that he was going to send wire transfers to them, paying up to 5% above market value. But in reality, he never sent any money to anyone and ended up getting away with $2.5 million in Bitcoin from his victims.
I bet he did.
But he didn't get away for long, since he was busted by the FBI after his victims freaked out and the internet exploded in complaints. You can't have 1 million followers on Instagram and rip off that
Without
many
somebody
people without
noticing,
somebody
yeah.
taking notice. However, even though Jay was busted by the FBI, he still hasn't technically been charged. The investigation is still ongoing, with the good news being that if he is found guilty, he could face up to 20 years in prison.
They probably don't have anything on him because they don't know how to charge him with. That's what they try to put all these Bitcoin laws into effect for, so they know how the hell to deal with you. And they trying to get their tax money because you know they ain't letting you go about having no money on them big numbers without paying no tax. Shit. Uncle Sam want his piece.
And that'll probably make the people he ripped off feel a whole lot better about the situation. But hey, this is why you don't send strangers on the internet money. It's only a scam if you fall for it. Thanks for watching. How do you feel about the FBI busting criminals?
It's only a scam if you fall for it. Some scams are really good and you can't see them coming. But I'm sure something in your gut triggers that little voice in your head that goes, this don't sound right. This sounds too good to be true, or this ain't got enough detail, or this guy looks weird. You know, as far as like the guy selling it to you, they're usually doing something sketchy. Anyway, I'm Aquarian OG. Make sure y'all follow me. Subscribe to the channel because I'm trying to grow this bad boy into something good. We got the Brush Hare channel. I'm gonna have to explain Brush Hare to you. That's my art channel. Brush Hare. Brush, like brush as a paintbrush, and a rabbit as in reproducing rapidly. You know, kind of, yeah. Anyway, give me a like and subscribe on the video. Help a brother out. We get a little bit of HBO up in this matter. Can we get some HBO? Help a brother out. All right. I'll check y'all in the next video. Deuces.